Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn in Iron Hollow. And last time we set up this bad water diversion here that hopefully saves this whole area from bad water and bad tides. However, what we are kind of starting to run into is the fact that we just don't have a lot of land. Lots of it is taken up by this craggy mountain and various bad water streams. So what I'd like to do is try to expand out. Now, one way would be to just take down the mountains, which eventually might be a thing that we do, but that's going to be setting up quite a bit of infrastructure that we aren't quite ready for. So the best thing I think I could do is, one, we'll take and dam off this area so that only good water comes this way. Bad water can go out this way. Right now, we won't quite focus on that, but we will probably eventually. Two, this whole project over here, I just don't think is going to happen. So we're going to just start by pausing all of it. And these aren't really going to be helpful because, well, this right here, with this showing up, it's going to put out bad water during the bad tides, which means all of this is going to be bad tides anyway. So the best thing I think we're going to do is, now that we're going to block this off, we're going to come down here, and our focus today will be getting a dam in here so that all that extra good water from here can come down and fill this up. But let's start with this dam here. I'll put some levees. How about right there? And let's see. Yeah, we'll just come right across there, have them fill in all of that. Is there any beavers that are just kind of hanging out, not doing much? Sort of. You know what? I do want to change this. I was looking at these, and I think I can probably get more storage in if I turn these sidewards, and then I can build upwards from here. So we'll do that. Have them get stuff in there. How many builders do I have? I have 4 builders. Well, I have spots now for 4 builders. This guy isn't really doing anything, so we'll pause him. There is some power flowing, so we can probably turn that back on. Let's also turn these back on to get a couple more things. Let's make sure that we're cutting the trees here, because if we can get up to this land up here, that gives us another area to build on. Here, I think we just need to take these out. So let's get rid of those, and we'll say picking up is high priority. We'll connect this. Same thing here. I don't want those to go bad. Go ahead, get those in there. Let's do that. There we go. That all looks good. I'm going to need more beavers, though. So let's just toss down 2 more pods, and we'll see if we have enough beavers by the end to pull anything off. Our water is actually doing pretty well. I'm thinking of just taking these out. We're just going to take those out, recapture the resources for them. There we go. And they can use them to build. Also, let's go ahead. We'll put in some more cassavas here. How far down does this go? If I move this road out of the range of that, we might be able to just get a couple more rows here. And you never know, a couple more rows might be what saves us from starving. Do I have anybody in here? I don't have anybody in here, so there's not really much point of having them go over there. Let's see. Got a couple of builders there. We've got that guy pulling stuff in. That guy's not doing anything. Let's turn that off. We're not quite needing metal. We might eventually need it, though. So let's get those in there. Oh, look, they've got those up. Let's go ahead and get our storage set up so we can store a little bit extra food. And you know what? We'll spend maybe a couple logs and make it look nice there. We'll put a shrub at the end. Why that put up there, but whatever. Maybe we can grab that. There we go. Back. Connect you down. We'll come back over and around. But let's take a look at this down here. We're going to need to come down and get down here. What do we got? We have got a drought coming in, which is not terrible. We can handle that. Let's put in 2 here. And then one there. They're going to have to come down, around, back up, and let's get the double platform. We've got a little bit of extra science, and then we can start filling this in. Grab some levees, we'll do that, and then we'll do a dam right here. There we go. Now hopefully that gives this whole area here a bunch of extra water. If it's tall enough. I can't quite tell. Does it need to go up one more, or would that flood everything else? That might flood everything else. So we'll go ahead and we'll connect this in with paths. That goes there. You can go over to here, around, over, and through the hills. And you know what? Let's even make some storage here, maybe. Once they make it this far, nope, we can put it right here and just speed the whole thing along. Do we want a warehouse? No, we don't want warehouses. We want piles. They still look really similar. Let's do logs coming in. There we go. We'll get it by haulers. Let's do planks coming in by haulers. And hopefully that gets that taken care of. There we go. We've got extra ones there. Let's get that going. We'll set both of these to a lower priority. There we go. This is all in. We're still getting some berries here and there. You know what? Let's go ahead and set that to a lower priority. This doesn't really need to be there. I think it's just waiting on this one tree. So let's just take it out of there. Speaking of which, though, we could still get these trees, so this is all connected here. It's going to be a heck of a long walk just to get up there, but should be all right. Some beaver will come up here and get those. Let's cut those. We'll cut all these. There we go. So let's make the days a bit longer so we can get a little bit more done. Oh, look at this. Our diversion is done. No flooding, no nothing. So we've got some extra land going in there. I don't know if they'll be able to build that before the end of the day, but that's okay. I think also what I want to do is what we could do here. Can I put in... that's one too far out. Well, I suppose I could move the road. That's not terrible, is it? If we did an extra lumber mill here, and then can we do, well, how could we do an extra gear factory here? I suppose we could put a couple of platforms right in front there. There we go. And then they can connect in here. And then we'll just need power for everything. There we go. Can I move that over one? I almost think I should. For the cost of one platform, we can actually have a road that goes back here and connects across the back. Let's do that. This can all go this way. We'll grab the planks again. Grab the gears again. And then here, we just kind of have to put down that, which might be dangerous. Let's pause that in case a bad tide comes in. How are we doing down here? Everything is looking all right. We've got some extra water. Some extra everything. We're low on trees, though. Tell you what, we can't build anything without trees, so let's send them back to 2. Just 2, though. We do need berries, although this guy's out of berries, so he can go do something else. Looks like go plant some farms or something. We are getting our cassavas in. This is all up. Good. I don't want berries in all of these, though. Let's go with the fermented ones and the regular ones, which are... There they are. That's a little bit of extra food storage. Hopefully. This looks good. They've got all that cleaned up. We'll tell them to go ahead and grab those. Is there anybody in here? Nope. Let's get somebody in here. Let's get somebody in here. That guy doesn't have anything to do, so we'll send him to do something else. River's dead, so we'll make sure that they have something else to do. Do we need planks? You know what? We'll turn the planks on just in case. We're still down by 5. Actually, we're down by 6. Nope, there's no river, so I probably don't need to turn that one on. That I don't need. Anything else that I can turn off at the moment and not have to worry too much about? No, not really. Most of this stuff just needs a little bit of time to get set up. Did we get a beaver in here? Yeah, we got a beaver in there. A couple of logs coming in from all of these. This project got paused, right? Yep, it sure did. This is all well and good. Do I need these up here? I almost feel like I shouldn't. Oh, you know what? There's some extra science here. Let's go ahead, grab that. This one goes here. Maybe I should probably go the other way. There's that. Oh, that fits right in. Connect those in, connect these in, connect those in. Demolish, high priority as soon as it's available. Do I need these to be down here? Well, probably for a little bit. Oh, look, there's some more trees. I could be getting those. Let's grab you. All of that can go, all of that, all of this eventually. There we go. We've got a couple of trees here and there. 35 logs at the moment, so if they would just come up here and chop down these trees, we could get started going up here. You know what? While we're waiting, we can probably go ahead and plan out what we need to get up here. So we'll start at the top. And for that, we're going to need those. And we're just going to have to make each step a little bit taller, it looks like. Grab this, grab that. This and this. And there we go. Now, how do I get down there? I'm going to have to build a bunch of extra platforms, but that's okay. Once they clear those out, we'll get up there, and hopefully that should be good enough. There we go. We've got a couple of trees coming in. We're replanting them. This guy replanting stuff, or is he just... Oh, okay. Should I be cutting these down? I feel like I should be. They're worth a log. So, let's not replant dead trees, and we will say cut trees on all of these. Grab the extra logs. You know what? You're replanting them now when I don't want them replanted. Will this reach down that far? It sure will. Let's get somebody in here. Oh, the same person that was just destroying the trees can now just go and actually harvest them. That's okay. We'll grab the extras there. Needs to be some planted in there. There we go. That'll give us a couple of logs to keep the colony going. Did they get in this down here? No, they're still working on it. We've got planks and logs. What are our builders up to? Where are you going? Okay, you got to come all the way down here. You're grabbing logs. Okay, you're almost done there. So now the question is, well, one, do I want to start automating things, or do I want to look into other things I may need? And my answer, I think, is the automation. The big changer for automation, for me at least, has been the resource counter in other ones that I've been playing. And I think that's what we're going to start with first. That way, we don't need as many beavers to actually get things done. They'll be moving around the colony. So water, and water is greater than, we'll say, 90%. Then it's, nope, I actually want it that way. That way, if it's less than 80%, it's off. And we're going to name these something to keep them together, because currently there's not a great way to group things other than just name them something similar in the start. We're going to go counter water. But it looks like I need metal parts, and I don't have metal parts yet, which I believe is new. That just happened with the 1.0 release. So we'll get somebody to get the metal parts. Do we have extra beavers? No, but we have beavers outside, so we'll build them a house too. There went most of the water, and it looks like we're going to be... Well, we're still pumping, so we should be okay, but no new food growth for the next 4.5 days. I think we can make 4.5 days on no new food growth. Let's go ahead. We'll get somebody here. Make sure they're getting those. You guys are done there. This guy is done here for now. There we go. We just got to keep playing musical chairs here. They've got none of that in. Have they got any of this in? Let's unpause that. Say that's fairly important, so they can get that done. They've got one block down here. We're going to say that's fairly important. And we're going to lower the working hours. So let's go back to 16 during the drought, so they're not having a tough time. Nothing for you to plant. You are already paused. You are chopping stuff down just for some extra logs. Okay, we've got the logs up here. We can probably lower that down just a bit. We even have an extra. Let's send somebody else to be building. We've got people pulling in all the rest of our food. Is there any food left here for you, or are you just sitting there? There is a little food for you. What about you? Well, we'll have to check that the next time the sun comes up. While we're doing that, though, they've got this set up. There's another relic here I could probably get. Go ahead, put in... Nope, we'll just put in stairs there. That should give us access to that relic. And then I did see while I was passing by, there's 2 huge 3,000 science relics. This one, it looks like we're going to have to sacrifice some beavers for. Those thorns are pretty rough. However, this one doesn't have thorns. So, let's see if we can work backwards. There we go. And if we take a road out over here, like there's a little place to get in over here. There we go. That can go there. And then if we go here and here, that actually connects us into that. That's a pretty straight shot to this 3,000 science relic. Well, if we can get to that, great. The only problem is we're low on beavers to get anything done. In fact, let's do 4 there just to make sure that we can get stuff built. This is all going in. We've got logs. We've got food. We should have water here. Is there... What is this? Oh, those guys are still farming down there. Those guys aren't farming, though. He's not. So we can probably toss them into picking up a little bit more stuff. Is there anything else? We could toss somebody on here. That's already open. Is that set to cut? Yeah, that's set to cut. I don't know why they're not picking those up, but that's fine. Whatever. Let's get those in there. Oh, we can go ahead and finish this. Grab stairs. There we go. Happened to work just right. That can go over there. Then they can start building their way up to this area. Because when we get up to this area, we'll be able to redirect the water a little bit better. So that hopefully we can maybe make a reservoir out of this. A large reservoir would be nice. Just some extra land, though, hopefully will come in handy. And as soon as the water comes back here in about a day, that should be good enough. There, are you guys just sitting on your butt? Yep, that can go. let's get everything for now moved around the colony. And then, nope, you can be paused. Get another guy, oops, over here. That's fine. Got all the water we need. We could try and make our way over there. What would be a good way to do that? And get to that little bit of, you know what? If I just put in stairs here, that would at least give me access. Then we put in a lumberjack here. It's only 3 trees, but 3 trees are better than no trees, right? Plus, maybe you can get over that far. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Make sure you can go. Make sure you can go. Looks good. How is the rest of our... We've got cassavas, but the kohlrabis are getting hit pretty hard. I do kind of want this to be the main berry area. Oh, look at that. We've got water again. All right. So, we need to switch some things up here. That guy doesn't have any berries. This needs to go on. This can go off. This needs to go back on. This needs to go on. Our farms need to get right back into it here. I am going to take a chance here. And let's just demolish all these berries here. We're going to demolish everything in here. And then we're going to expand this out for more kohlrabis. We should not need that anymore. Shouldn't need that anymore, or that. Actually, I might need... I think I need a couple of paths to get to those. So, let's get that going. We've got all of them in. These guys... Oh, they need to not go through that. Yeah, I saw what you were trying to do. We had one beaver that was unwell. Oh, we can turn this down slightly. A little bit of water out that way to prevent flooding. There we go. They've got that in. How are we doing? They haven't even started on our metalsmith yet. We could really use that metalsmith. Do we need this? Nope, but look at this. We've got more green land, and it's all flowing through. So we could come over here and set up some more farms, I bet. Let's see if we can somehow get over there. Right now, looks like the best path might actually be stairs down this way and then back up over here. And what do we need the most of? Looks like we're struggling on food, which is pretty normal for iron teeth. So we might toss in maybe an extra farm. And we're also struggling a bit on trees. Maybe I can make this layer trees. Let's go ahead. We'll put you in here. There we go. Plant crops. We're going to do a whole lot of kohlrabi. Whatever you can do kohlrabi, let's do kohlrabi. And we'll get a second farm here. How far down? You can go there. There we go. Kohlrabi planting. There we go. Let's get all of that done. All of that done. And then I would like... Well, we're going to need a lumberjack flag anyway, so they can replant this a little later. Let's cut all these trees. They cut these trees. Nope, that's the unmarked. That definitely won't help. We want the opposite of that. There we go. Hopefully that expands out. And then once we get down here, we can do a forester and do all oaks down here to help us through on those tough times. These can actually get more trees though. So let's start planting in there. How's the food doing? Well, we need berries. Let's keep up with the berries. And this can be opened, but we'll put it at a lower rating. This is good. We've got plenty of planks. We could probably switch some of those out for gears. In fact, I would like to... Can we get a large tank or a medium tank, I guess? Yeah, let's grab that. And we'll do water. That way we have less need for actual large storage areas like this, because that might all, well, most of that, some of that may fit into this medium tank here. We'll see what we can get going through there. How are they doing on any of these? Have they built any of this? Nope. And there's a bad tide. Unfortunately, bad tide is a bit rough, but with this new area, we might have a better chance of making it through. We could set up definitely some water pumps here if we start to have water problems. There we go. Yeah, I think we could do that. Do I want to... No, I think the water is good for the moment. So we'll let them go. What are they building down here? No, I need this. We'll do that. And then let's just say as much kohlrabi as you can probably get in here. There we go. What are they working on building? It's a good question. Are they getting logs from over here? No, stop. Don't put things over here. There's somebody here working on this? No, these trees have been up forever. What are you building? Oh, you're building your way up to that. Well, you know what? There are more important things. Let's designate this, and those a little bit more important. Oh, and the house too. We don't want a bunch of beavers sleeping outside. We need to get somebody into these to plant our crops. Because berries just aren't going to hold us. We need to get somebody doing this here. So, what are they trying to build? Looks like... Okay, they're doing the lodge. That's fine. We can live with lodges. We've got plenty of planks at the moment. We've got gears coming in. Are you full of gears? Yep. There you go. Better be full of gears than full of something else. There's our farmhouse. Everything is looking good. We're just a little low on trees, and our food is a little worrying. So we'll see if we can grab some of this, and we'll be back in a second just to see how that goes. 10-day bad tide has passed, and we're already coming up on another one after just 3 days. So it's really wrenching down on us, especially on the water and the food front. We have a couple of kohlrabis springing up here and there. We will work to get rid of more of the berries, but we're going to have to wait till these are done to hopefully get the pods filled back up, because right now we don't even have enough for that. So let's go ahead. We'll pause. You know what? Let's pause 2 just to be safe. And if we run low on food again, we'll take a look. But while we're here, let's go ahead. We're going to set up maybe another pumping station here. Something like this. Let's get these down into the big gulp here. Let's see. We'll do that, and I don't need that one. So we'll go ahead. We'll put just a little bit of storage here, because why not? There we go. And then these we can automate by the counter. I've already automated these down here, but since we're not over 90%, those are just going to keep running for now. So we're going to let that go. Hopefully we can make it through here. Once all these kohlrabi spring up, we ought to be okay. We've only got 11 spare from what we've got. This, well, we'll have to get in there and probably make some more cassavas as soon as they spring up, but they're about halfway done. We'll actually, let's reduce the hours down. Maybe they'll use a couple less resources in general. But I think we're going to leave it there for today. We did manage to grab that extra land like we wanted, but I'm not 100% sure it's going to save us. We are still in trouble. We can't get up here during a bad tide. So all those berries right there don't really help us. Maybe next time we'll plan a path so that we can get to those berries. It should just take maybe a bridge or two to get up there. But until then, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by and hope to see you next time. Bye!